Okay, guys, we're going to get going. And I just restarted this. So when I post the recording today, this will be the first one coming up on the recording when I post it later. I'll record the show, but we'll go to Irene's Blind. So if that's correct, Kim, you let me know. So just let me know. I'm ready here. I just want the right name. And I think I've got the right name. It's showing as Irene here. So that's where we're going in. Yeah, we're feeling it. We're going in now. We're going in now. I'm pulling through some of my decks. You guys see me looking through. I want the right deck for this one. Anything else? Yeah, there's something else coming through. What is the heck? I don't even know what deck that is, but it wants to come through. It's stubborn. Of course, the Animal Spirits is the stubborn one. You know, this is such a cute one, this Animal Spirits deck, but it's stubbornly insistent. So we'll see what it has to say. We've got the Mermaids. We've got Beyond Lemuria cards here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the Oracle as it is. I'm going to flip the camera down so you can see what's going on. Okay, there we go. For Irene. There's a need of reprieve. There's a need of reprieve. There's a need of rest going on for you. There's something where you've pushed really hard. You didn't quite figure out how to solve the problem, but there's a need for reprieve going on. What is that about? Like a tearful reprieve. What is that about? I don't know what that's about. Okay. See what the Lemurians have also. Okay. Wow, these animal cards are super bossy right now. Super bossy. This is why. This one, Porcupine Spirit, super bossy right now. Okay, there's a lot going on here. I'm going to flip the phone up so you can see. All right. Those are the cards that have come out. What we're seeing is the sea beasties. Then we're seeing the trilobites, which is the bugs, the things that get us. Now, if I think trilobites, and I think of some goofy Star Trek episode, I don't know why, but the sea beasties and the trilobites, the things that are bugging us, the things that we can't get rid of, it's too many mosquitoes, too many bugs. You know, when you go through a swarm of mosquitoes, or this one even feels a little bit more bee stingy type of energy. It's been this prickliness that is trying to heal, but somebody's picking at the scab and not letting it heal. This is what's going on. This is sorrow that needs to be released and reprieved, and you don't heal it by reopening the wound over and over again. There's something to this where whatever has hurt, if you keep going back, you're going to just keep getting stung. Don't go back to the flame that burned you and burned you and burned you. Don't go back to the flame that burned you and burned you. The trilobites, something about this is like an old pattern that needs released is what I can best say to this. This is something that sometimes it's better the devil you know is the energy that comes up, and it feels like this, or better the familiar, the pain you know, better that than stepping out of your comfort zone. This is what it feels like for you. It's like at least you know what to expect. At least you know how to read or gauge this certain situation, this person. It feels like a personal wounding, a toxic wounding, that if you go back to it, it's only going to feel toxic for you. You can't make it to be something else. You can't make it feel like something else. You guys have heard me say you can't sugarcoat the shit sandwich. This is what's coming through. You cannot sugarcoat a situation. You can't go back to it. You're not going into like a butterfly atrium if you're feeling like you're getting bee stings or mosquito bites. You're not going back to the butterfly atrium. You can't go back to the butterfly atrium. There's all this fluttering around you, all this energy around you. But if you're pretending it's butterflies, you're just going to get stung. How much crap do you need to put up with? How much shit do you need to eat before you realize this is not a sugar-coated wonder sandwich? This is not great. It's not good for you energy is what I'm getting. Let's see what's going on here. The mermaid with the floating flowers. This feels like the floating toxic. Urgh, I don't like this at all. What I'm getting is the floating toxic. It's, how do you put this? It's the stealth friend that's very, very quiet, but then it doesn't really have your best interest at heart. Might be jealous of you, might be upset with you, might not even confront you, but there's a little bit of stinginess. This is somebody that's in your presence that isn't going to outright confront you on something. They're going to be a little shady and sketch. This is not generally what I would think this to mean, but this is what's coming through. This porcupine spirit is like asking for you. Porcupine goes around, minds his own business. Then they feel threatened. Then it's like, quills up, motherfuckers. It's no longer time to play. They mean business. And this is the energy you need to be in. Beyond where it is you're thinking in the mind. Beyond what it is you think you can do is your spiritual growth, your spiritual lesson. How you need to go and go forward. The ancient future. Learn from the past. Move to the future. Let the ancestors lead you forward. You have the awakened awareness. This is something you know about this. This is something that you are aware of, but you don't want it to be so. Nobody wants somebody not to be rooting for them. Nobody wants somebody that presents us in their corner to actually be the one that's kind of like knocking them down or putting in the zingers or the stings. Nobody wants that. I would rather not have to even address it ever. But it does have that energy coming through, and it's telling you, quills up, motherfucker. Quills up time. Chameleon spirit. You're able to blend just as well as they can. You can flip the rules, flip the circumstance, flip the game on them. It doesn't mean you have to do drama. It doesn't mean you have to do game. But what it does mean is you have to stand for yourself instead of being walked on or hurt or stung by this person, whatever this is. Canary spirit is here saying, sing your own song. It's not saying go down the coal mine and die. It's saying sing your own fucking song. Stand strong in who you are. Right now in my nails I have, in honor of my mom, I have treble clef and music note, and there's this really funky songbird here. And it's kind of sideways on the nail, so I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's the songbird. Sing your own song. Be true to yourself. Be very, very true to yourself. Go beyond what you can figure out. Go beyond what you can analyze. It is time to open it up. The floating flower is coming through as like a spy card, and it's where you need to open up your own inner third eye, your own inner knowing. There's something else coming up from Lemuria. What do we need to know? Well, that one wants out. We've got two here. Throat chakra, sing your own song. Be very, very clear about what it is. And the high heart chakra. Something is moving through you. Something you desire to have. You need to be able to speak to. You need to be able to move through. You need to let go of this space. If you're not in the butterfly aviary, whatever you want to call this, then perhaps get out of there. Perhaps don't stay where the bees are. It's not like you went and kicked over the beehive, but for God's sake, you could go inside and avoid them, or you could go elsewhere. Whatever your environment is that is prickly and a little bit hostile, even if it's presenting as nice, you know the funny smile that doesn't go clear to the eyes. It's like, you know fake. You know the counterfeit. And you know the energy of being able to tolerate, shift, adjust, be there, be okay for the most part there. But it doesn't encourage any growth. It doesn't encourage expansion. It doesn't encourage anything. It gets your hackles up. Whatever it is you need to speak your truth, sing your song. But I would also say, listen, you're in the wrong aviary. You're in some kind of thing that you think is the butterfly aviary. You're getting stuck all over the place. And really, you should be with other birds that know how to sing true to themselves, sing their own song, do their own thing, clear up their own high heart chakra, clear up their own throat chakra, allow their awareness to come through. Not just be here, but be spoken, goddammit. Be spoken and say, this is who I am. This is where I stand. This is bullshittery, and I'm not tolerating. There is a really strong need to stand for self coming through. I don't know what that's about. I don't know who the situation is. I don't know who it is that's acting kind of prickly and mean girl. But I sure as shit wouldn't tolerate their presence any more than I had to. And if this is a family member, when you can't always get out of family situations because it's 4th of July or whatever it is, you can't take a space. All else fails, excuse yourself to go to the bathroom, rethink, calm down, get chill, and go take your space in whatever form that dictates. That's what's coming through. It's really, really an energy of defending more than anything else. And letting go of anything that is going to be this toxic, stingy. Let that go. It does not serve you to be in that. Again, just because you can be chameleon doesn't mean you shouldn't be porcupine. And this is what's coming out. And the energy that best suits you is this. This is the best suited energy for you. It's hard to be that when people are trying to force you into their box. Don't go for it. Don't go for their bullshit on this one. Just don't do it. It's not going to serve you. It would never serve you. It's not how you're wired, babe. That's complete. Yeah. And if there's a little bit of a clog in the throat chakra, it might be something that creates tears. Sometimes people, if they have something to cry about and they don't have the snotty cry, they don't have the big cry and the catharsis to go through this, then they end up getting a cold or end up getting sick. So skip that. Skip that part. Address what it is that you need to address. If speaking to the situation is only going to explode the situation, sometimes that's the time to do a burning letter is what I would call it, where you write something down and then you burn it. So that's what I would say is, that's what's coming through. That's the best advice I can give you in the situation right now. Yeah. It's like, just be very aware, stand in your own truth and stand for your own boundaries. It's not a wrong thing to do. Okay, I'm going to get some water because I think that I need the water personally right now. And then we'll see what else is going on. So, okay. Jen, Blind Oracle. Okay, I think that Jen is next on the list. So I see that it came through. Thanks, Jen. We'll see what's going on for you. I'm getting that Walk On song. I got it last week too. There's something about that song that says, what, Kim? What is it, Kim? Yeah, I got Jen. Zuri is next. Zuri, I'm going to ask you to hold. I am sorry, I don't generally go out of order. Is Zuri the next blind? Because I have Kim for a blind, or excuse me, Jen for a blind. And Jen, this is coming through for you. So Zuri, I know that you're next on the line. Are you okay if we go ahead and do Jen's first? It's coming through. Okay. All right. Thank you, Zuri. Appreciate it. I was already shifted into there, and that's where we're going to go. I'm getting, and don't be afraid of the dark. Don't be afraid of the storm, Jen. There's something that's going on. It's coming through pretty strongly, and we are getting the teeth kickers. You know the teeth kicker deck that comes through. We're going to get those out if we can. That is the Deviant Moon. I know Jen doesn't love that deck. We're going to get that one, and then we're going to get a little bit of the Blind Oracle coming through. There's something that's caused friction energy. There's a parting of company, a parting of ways, a parting, and first cut is the deepest. There's cuts coming through. This is time to cut. The time to cut, the time to change, the time to move on, move forward, go differently is important for you. Don't be afraid of the next step, even though they are not known to you. All right, cards, please, universe. Where are my teeth kicker cards? Oh, come on. I want those specifically for you, and I've rearranged my cards so much it's ridiculous. Just 1 second. They were there. Jen, I cannot find them. Maybe you don't need your ass chewed. We're gonna go to the blinds for you for sure. No, I know which one it is. Jen, you know the Deviant Moon, and it's the guy sticking out his tongue, and he's going. You know exactly. I don't know if it's the Five of Swords, but it feels very strongly the Five of Swords. Battle is over. Get off the battlefield. It's the Five of Swords. You have that deck. Go ahead and look in Deviant Moon, Five of Swords. I think that's the one that it is. The one that's sticking out the tongue. Okay. The nanny boo-ha is something you should be saying. Other people are not saying to go. Somebody else telling you nanny boo-ha isn't the right thing. It's your turn to nanny boo-ha. You're making the right choices in whatever this shift, this change is. It's important for you. Okay. Threads of Fate I don't usually go to, but I'm going to. Healing Whispers also coming through. Yeah, and the map. We'll go to the map. Okay, this is what we got, honey, for Jen. You know the card. That's good. It's the Five of Cups. Okay. You'll know better than I right now, definitely, to try and remember off 600 and something decks. And Phil and I just rearranged, but you know the one. You know the very one that I'm talking about, because it's just so much attitude coming through that deck. It's ridiculous. All right. Okay. We've got Ascension, Paradox, and the Warrior. This is, you are the warrior. You're the very, very one that has the sword, the capability. You could decimate someone if you needed to. You never really want to. It's not like you want to go to battle about something. This is the paradox. The one that's the most powerful in making the cuts and making the choices doesn't feel like she's the one that has done this. You are the one that are making the choice that's higher for you, and it's a choice you'd rather not do. This is the card of Ascension coming up for you. Also, this is where this card of Ascension means that your power, the way you're going forward, and the spiritual gifts that you have, the path that you have to you have to walk, is coming forward. This is the hand like this. You have to say whoa, and then you have to understand when you're ready to receive. You're doing this. You're flipping this. You're flipping the whoa. You're flipping the when you're receiving. You're flipping when you're ready. You're flipping your awareness. This is the sort of truth that's coming through you, the sort of truth that is yours to own, the paradox within you, the knowing that you're growing up, and the knowing that what you've been avoiding has to move forward, whether you like it or not, whether it's comfortable or not, whether you thought you had everything squared away and settled or not. This is the time for things to roll forward. Your compass, your true north, must be honored regardless of anything. If that meant for you, Jen, that your true north meant you were living in a cardboard box under a bridge, you'd go do it. Because being out of alignment with whatever it is that's in alignment for you is more painful than that. And you don't love the change. You don't love changes that happen. But whatever it is that is calling your soul in order to go forward, you have to get true north. Your own internal compass is the hugest thing ever. Receive love and appreciation. You will be gifted. Look at the hand pose there. What did I just tell you about a minute ago? It's a combination of these two hand poses. This one and this one. It's a combination. It's exactly that. It's exactly what I just spoke to you. Be ready to receive gifts. The universe is about to shower you with them. It's not going to feel like it at first because of the discomfort of change. However, the universe is showering, expanding, expounding, and allowing for you to grow through the pain of whatever this is. This is saying you are limitless. You can do anything. And this is, you can do anything you choose. It's about choice. It's about what you choose to do. This again is lining up with the true north. Again, the unicorn energy is one that is truth. The unicorn energy is one that also has a little bit of the, purity is such a controversial word, but it is its own essence. Its own essence, its own essential being. Purity is the right word on this. The pure truth of what it is and who you are and what you want to do moving forward is right there, sort of truth here. Understanding the paradox of what you've been in order to move forward. Listen with your heart. Now, this is asking you very much to slow down, sweetie. Instead of the nanny boo-ha and all of this energy that is the high drama energy, this is listen with your heart energy. Slow it down, slow it down. Coming through, this is coming through with very much Lucy's energy, with very much Lemurian energy, going to the beach, settling down, getting near the water, listening with your heart, connecting with that part of your past lives that has existed before, from where you were very much one with the ocean, one with the waters. Listen with your heart. This one is showing all of the sky is full of the ocean creatures. So things have been turned upside down for you. Things have been turned a little bit sideways for you. But nevertheless, it's growing, growing, growing. This is coming up in a big, big way. Listen with your heart. When you think of a dragonfly, I think it's the dragonfly that comes up out of the water before the sun hits its wings, and then the wings are more powerful, but it is in the water for a while. There's something to that. I think that's actually, I think that's right. That's what I'm getting is coming through. This little creature that is coming through that is, comes up from the water, but the sun has to hit the wings in order to activate them. There needs to be light shown on the truth in order to activate it. Dragonfly is your spirit guide. If we would have got the animal cards for you, it probably would have popped out with Dragonfly. It's just the cards are good that way. All right, let's see what's going on for the map. Okay, all right. So I heard this good metaphor the other day, and I don't know who said it, but basically they were saying if you put in Google your destination of where you need to go to, that you're going to get there. It doesn't matter all the points along the journey, that you're going to enjoy the journey anyway. The destination is still the destination. Don't forget to enjoy the journey, but don't get so hung up on the journey points. As long as you're keeping your true north as much as you can, you're going to get to where you need to get to. What else is going on with this? All right. What I was saying about the dragonfly is giving about the compass and the true north and the North Star and the paradox. Flip that right up. Yeah, compass right here, right here. Your own compass, your own true north is the biggest, strongest guide. So if it guides you to go to Timbuktu, you'll go to Timbuktu. You staying true to yourself is the biggest guide you have. And even when you're in conflict with yourself, it's just you evaluating, it's just you discerning, and it's just you learning what needs to be learned. The energy of the Triskel is coming through, and this is the spiral path. You've heard me speak to you about this before. This is the spiral path. When you walk and it goes into this spiral, spiral, spiral. It feels like it's taking the long way around until you've gotten about 3 rings around, and then it's hop, skip, jump, and you're on your way. This is what's coming through. The magicness of the stream, and again, the ocean coming through. Again, what has been the ocean is now the sky. Something that has been something you're swimming in is meant now to act as guides, as guidance for you. I want to see just a little bit more, and then we'll go from there. The water flow of abundance, the waterfall of abundance is flowing over you. Oh, magical map shifter. It's not shapeshifter, it's map shifter. So don't confuse those words. It's map shifter. You have shifted your map. You know how to handle things just very much like the magician. Very, very like the magician. But it's the magical map shifter. You have realigned the terrain that you need to travel. You go as far as you can on the edge of your map and on the edge of your adventure without getting all the cheat codes in life. Just because you're psychic doesn't mean you get the cheat codes. No, you get to experience the energy of having faith, trusting, learning what you like, learning what you don't like, having experience of a contrast too. The universe doesn't rip you off just because you're spiritual and you get spiritual gifts. You get to have some of these experiences anyway. The map shifter and the compass, this is huge for you. This is what's coming in. Understand the 3 spirals. Understand this is like coming through like chapters. You haven't yet built the Triskel. It feels like you've got 2 of the spirals going on so far, 2 major components where you've gone through the spiral path, spiral path. It feels like the 3rd one is coming on and what you're approaching now. Listen closely, listen closely. Again, we're getting the spiral right here in the seashell. Again, listen closely, listen closely. This is wisdom, and I'm telling you, this is like Lemurian wisdom trying to come forward in you, bubble up in you, stuff that you've experienced, stuff that you've known before. It feels very strongly like you have Lemurian connection to you, Lemurian past life energy in you. It's why this is so sea-bound. It's why you have this water stuff that feels so good to you. This is what's coming up. It wouldn't surprise me at all, and if this is the case, strap in. When you get the High Priestess year, and it's usually 18 months long, there's parts of it where you get like the main bulk of the spiritual awakening, blah, blah, blah. Then you get other lessons. You kind of get a little bit of a reprieve. It feels like a second spiritual awakening is happening for you in a big way. So you might be in for a new version of the High Priestess year. You might have had peace for a while, and now another High Priestess year is coming in. When you are acting in the spiritual realm, and when you are acting as oracle, as psychic, as somebody who is doing the work that is divine messenger work, so to speak. When you are acting as High Priestess, you're going to get a couple more of those extra than what might be the typical person's spiritual curriculum. It feels like you are getting a second spiritual awakening with all the pluses. You know what I'm saying here? That means with all the difficulty, with all the challenge, with all the contrast, with all, again, the learning of trusting yourself, with all, again, sometimes feeling a little bit sideswiped. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Again, the hand positions that were there, I'll show you them again, and then I'm going to do them for you. So this hand position of ready to receive, the frozen water, the frozen snow energy, this is something that cools down and becomes something that is clear. There's a distinctness in that snowflake energy coming here. And then this one. So this power and this shift is important for you. It's important for how you receive and how you say, whoa, whoa. This is clarify where your spirit is. I would also ask for, in this time frame, you to be very aware of when you need to unplug. You can't be on planet spirituality all the time. Sometimes you need to watch something goofy, whether it's Psych or Murder, She Wrote, or whether it's, I don't know, Deadliest Catch doesn't sound like a relaxing thing. But whatever it is, if you need to unplug and just have your brain go to a little bit of mind candy for a bit, just to rebalance and get grounded, would be important. And the grounding energy is super important for you. So that's what I've got. That feels very complete. Hopefully that makes sense to you. That's what I've got for you. You be the map shifter. You have the compass, and you go where you need to go. It's the gift. It's the gift. That's what I've got. All right. Pink Floyd. Angie watches wrestling. Yes, I do. I do watch wrestling. I don't know what I was thinking of that. Yeah, glad that it makes sense. You guys, it almost always makes more sense to you than it does to me. I just try and get out of the way and let you guys get whatever message is coming through. It doesn't have to make sense to me. Of course it doesn't. Okay, Zuri is next on the blind. I'm going to get some water. Zuri, thank you for letting me skip the line. It's very seldom that I do that, but when I get it in that way, I have to. It feels like I need to. All right. Zuri. One second, sweetie. Okay, Zuri, I'm getting some weird stuff on this for Zuri. I am getting ABBA's song called Gimme, 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 and it's Gimme, 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 A Man After Midnight. This is somebody that it feels like a little bit of on the prowl also. I'm getting the Practical Magic Nicole Kidman character when she tells, in the first Practical Magic, she tells the ladies to hold on to their husbands, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's what's coming up for you. So you're doing a little bit with your shadow side, with your seductionist, with your ability to do seduction, and how you need to be mindful of where and when you employ that. And what I mean is, just because you can take or have a thing, tempt a thing, create a situation, doesn't mean it's in your best interest to do so. So Zuri, let's see what's going on for this shadow lesson. Whoa, okay, there it is. Light to the darkness. What else is going on? Sacred boundaries. Heal through art, battle within. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, I'm going to show you these. I'm going to tip this down so you can kind of see what's going on. First one was light to the darkness, sacred boundaries. This is what it is. You can know what tempts you. You can know what you want to ask to have in there, but you need to bring more illumination. So this means if sensuality is your superpower, which for some of us it is, and it surprises the world when it's not looking exactly like the supermodel, but when sensuality is your superpower, when you're in this mode where you're slinging the vibe, be in your higher self as often as you can. Grounded, yes. Earthy, yes. But in your higher self as often as you can. Understand the sacred boundaries of your own soul. Don't invite excess interplay, inner engagement, interchange with others. Allow for more of a space and a boundary. There is a healing that needs to happen for you in regards to this. The battle within is being waged, but this is like the art that needs to come through to heal this. Let me see these cards one more time. There is a way to maneuver through this. There's a way for Jillian in Practical Magic to maneuver through something and get beyond what has been her old pattern, her old destructive habits, but she needs the support of her sister and of the women around her to support her, to lift her, to do this differently. This is what's coming through. You need support to get through this little bit of shadow lesson. Rely on your sisters. Rely on your sisters from the other misters. Rely on community to help heal this little place in you that has been wounded before. It may not be exactly Jilly's lesson, but it's similar enough that the metaphor makes sense to you. It's similar enough that no matter what you could take, say, let's compare it to a buffet of ice cream. No matter how many scoops of ice cream that you could have, you already know that if you have 15 scoops of ice cream, you're going to be sick and throwing up. Anybody knows that. Any fool knows that, right? So you already know some of these parameters. But now you need to figure out what it is that makes you long for the 16 scoops of ice cream, okay? So whatever it is that is the temptation energy that you know you could easily have, whether it's ice cream or anything else, I'm not saying what it is, I'm saying what's coming through, is this energy of wanting to lean into that temptation a little bit too heavily here. If you want to move beyond it, you have to have the sacred boundaries, and your sisters will help lift you on this. Now let me look at this for a minute. Self-care comes into play here, and there's a reason for this. There is when you are healing yourself, when you're taking good care of yourself and putting yourself as first priority, you're not getting the validation from the external source, Be it a romantic partner, be it somebody else's approval, a boss man's approval, the family approval, whatever it is. There's something about this sense of validation that needs to come through. And there's something that you can do that is an artistic creation for you that you have more gift in than you know, because you haven't leaned into that. You've leaned into this other gift of I don't know. The Temptress gift is something that you have. Lean into another gift on how you create, and it will be fortified and strengthened with you. It's something that you have overlooked or not invested as much time in that can be super, super strong. What is Jillian's sister's name? I don't know. Sandra Bullock person. I don't know what her character is. Okay. Oh, let me get these out. Sorry. Those ones are not meant in this read. They're not, look, obviously different. I'll put those right there. All right. What else do we have going on for Sorry right now? The friendship needs to be a yes, a big time friendship, and gratitude for it. Formulating the friendship, you are not the girl alone under the tree. There is more around you than you even realize. Here we have the card of yes. I want to show you this one first so you can see it really well. This is very much the more earthy character that needs to come in. There is something so strongly, yes, around you. It like inhabits the sky and you don't even see it. But it is there. It's built. It's strong. This art that you have, this healing through art, this independence that comes through, this is definitely where you should be leaning into in a strong, strong way. It's already like the groundwork has been laid. This is something something that's been gifted to you. It'll come easily to you in this life because you've done it in another. Just because you've done it in another doesn't mean you'll be a master of it in this life. It means you'll want to lean to it. So say that you're an artist in a past life. Say you're Michelangelo in a past life. If you come through this life and it's like you haven't spent the time exercising the art muscles and flexing them, it doesn't mean you don't know what you're doing. It just means you need to do more of it. And you'll want to fall in love with this art again, whatever this is. There's gratitude. You have multiple gifts, multiple options. There is a way of seeing the collectible item and the collection and the repetition. There is something about the discerning eye and the ability to see something in the collection as you go forward. You see a repeated pattern or you see a beauty in a repeated pattern. It's important for you to notice, to see, and you can observe the differences, but you also observe the similarities. Hopefully you can see right here. Yeah, you observe the similarities. There's something about the repeated pattern that you can see. This is something that is choice, is what I'm saying. Not choice as in you're making choices, although that's it. Choice as in precious, fabulous. This is a choice piece. This is a choice, beautiful thing. Exquisite. Choice. Yeah, yeah. Specially rendered is the words that are coming through. All of this bringing to you to where you are right now. Important for you. Say yes to this other gift as strongly as you say yes to the gift that has been the easier gift. Give me a minute with these. Reaching out, honoring the past and new beginnings. This is honoring that gift that was laid in a long time ago before you were born. This second nature, the thing that comes second nature. This is something that you need to really, really honor. This is something that has been backing your play all the time, backing your play this entire lifetime, whether you recognize it or not. Whether you've put it front and center in your life, which you haven't, doesn't mean that you can't now. So this is what's going on. Put the gift from the past life, put the gift that's in your pack that you haven't used yet. Put this in here. This is saying reach out, and this is asking you to reach out towards the friends, the circle of friends, the people that are the ones in your corner, your sisters from the other misters. This is very much, it's just giving me all of these references of the sisters, all of these references of the community around you. Sorry, the recording is live and I've been in it. I've been in the thick of it, but I will post it later today. What you're getting is a lot of lessons. I did not realize that you, I was in it. I was in it. The lesson for you is to let the self of the temptress not go into temptation too much. It's like not quite like the devil, because you know how to be the devil. You know how to be the sexy bombshell. You know how to be that. There's a new beginning for you starting where you need to honor your other gifts. But I am recording. As soon as the show is done, as soon as I get off the air, then I'll hit upload, and then you can go on my YouTube thing and you'll find it. And the recording is showing about 34 minutes in, because I started again after we started on the list. So just look forward to about that timestamp. Anything else you need to know? I'll show you these cards again. You're not little girl lost, and you're not sitting all alone. There's something about this that is important for you to know, to say yes to. This is the one that is definitely, the yes needs to come. The battle within for you, yes, okay. The battle within, you come to the precipice, but you are wanting to walk back down, and the temptation is to take the fool's leap. The temptation is to walk back down. You need to take the fool's leap. You need to go towards the beginning. This is what much of this is about. It's a new beginning, a new start, a new way of amplifying your talents, amplifying your gifts, a new way of doing this going forward. Yeah, Sally and Jillian are the energies from Practical Magic. You have the Jilly energy like wired in you easily. Easily, like bam, you can access the Jilly energy. You're being asked not to access the Jilly energy. Perhaps access more of the Sally energy, or maybe one of the Auntie's energies a little bit more. This is what's reigning in something that is a gift that is makes everyone else an easy mark for you, is what I'm getting. Yeah, rein that part in. Honor the gift that is the more grounded gift. Anything else? Anything else? Your intuition is coming through strong. Yeah, there's something else coming through here. We've got intuition coming through strong. We've got the bunny here, the fertility sign here, and the prolificness. But what I'm getting is baking for, I don't know why I'm getting like a loaf of bread. A loaf of bread, whatever this is. You've got to let some of this, when you make homemade bread, you slam some yeast in with some, I don't know, water and a little pinch of sugar and salt or whatever, maybe more sugar than salt. And you got to let it get frothy and bubbling and like this. This is what I'm getting. You're learning how to make bread from scratch is what I'm getting. You're learning how to do something from scratch. You already have the gift. You already have the wonderful way of doing it. But this is what you need to do, and you need to slow it down. Slow your roll. That's what I'm getting. Slow it down, slow your roll. Yeah, you need to learn how to knead the bread. You learn how to push the bread. This is, I'm telling you, I don't know why this is coming through, because I thought I was done. But you need to learn how to fucking bake bread, like from scratch. Old school, old school. Even if it turns out as rotten as a doorstop and like a super brick. This is what's going on. Something about that process for you is a deeply connecting and grounding thing. It connects to the ancestors. Why? It's her egg noodles. Okay. All right. When I want to connect with my grandmother's energy, I make egg noodles that are like her style of egg noodles when I want to connect. There is something about baking bread that connects you to your ancestors, connects you to other sisters from other misters and other ancestors from times and lives before. And this is something that's important. You slow down, you get in touch with what's the work of your hands creating. You get in touch with something in a very tactile way, in a very kinesthetic way that is not necessarily just the sensual aspect of things. It's a different tactile energy going on. Yeah, that's what I've got. That feels complete. I will post this when I'm done with the show. So whatever you missed, if your internet cut out or if it got cut out, then it's going to be there for you. But that's complete. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. You've got plenty of the Jilly. Lean into the Sally and lean into what's gone before. That's what I've got. Beautiful and complete. Holy cow. Yeah. Yeah, Zuri, when you go through this, you'll probably want to, I'm glad I recorded this anyway, because you'll probably want to go through this today. You'll probably want to go through it next week. You'll probably want to see it a couple of different times. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous what's going on. You're just learning to do something differently than you've done before. This puzzle piece is coming up. You're learning to do something different than you've done before. Create from a different aspect. Use a different gift. It's not that you can't use the other gifts. You're just being asked to use a different gift more strongly. So that's what I'm getting. That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Lanny for a blind. Okay. 1 second, Lanny. Let me get this put away. Get some fresh water in my system, because, you know, that's what I got to do. And let me change out this tray because it's getting full. So just 1 second. We'll swap this tray to the back. This tray to the front. Water, 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 water. Okay. Lanny. books. 1 second, sweetie. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We are going into the blind on this one. Holy smoly. And Nell's deck that she wanted me to get. Okay. All right. All right. Lenny, are you ready? What we've got here is the Cosmic Dancer. This is coming through with smoke, smoke, smoke. And it came through with very much the scent. I couldn't identify. It took me a minute. I was like, what? It wasn't cedar. It's Palo Santo wood. I don't know what that is about. I don't know why that's coming through. But it's coming through. As soon as I saw this, I'm like, this is a read. And it's to do with Palo Santo energy coming through. Then we got the Kuan Yin. And I've got the Kuan Yin Oracle cards, the big size. And then the like cheapo backup cards. But we've got the big and little. So we've got big and little sister coming in. Big and little sister energy. Big lessons and the little lessons coming in. We'll see where they take us. And then the Wanderwood or something like that. This Nell wanted me to get this deck. It's cuckoo. It's totally... These are all gracious, graceful, beautiful. And this is like... Simpsons cartoons almost. Like... How? This is what's coming in. For Lanny. We're going to the Cosmic Dance first. What is this Palo Santo clearing, cleansing energy lesson that she needs to have? Yes? Your discipline has been weak. And what I mean by that is your commitment to yourself has been weak. This practice daily. Get serious, lady. Whatever this is that you want to do, you're getting very stern. Clear the air, move forward, practice daily. This is something you need to recommit and dedicate yourself to. So if you want to learn piano, but you're only practicing piano once a month, you're not going to learn it, right? You need to do this daily. Whether it's your yoga practice, your meditation practice, your tarot practice, whatever it is that you know is your daily thing that you need to do that's going to grow your soul, expand your gifts. This is something coming in really, really stern. Nella's in the house and she is very much stomping around the rock. For her, stomping around the rock and splashing in the stream is something Nell needs to do daily. It's her getting in touch with herself and getting her strength, getting her self-assertion and power and her playfulness. This is something that if you need to stomp around and splash in the puddles like she does, then go for it. Whatever it is, your daily practice needs to come through big. So you can summon the rain. You don't just call down the rain in a rain dance with ever practicing that level of faith. And I don't mean that to be rude to anybody that is their culture, but it's been referenced in the greater culture. And this with Nell splashing, she's saying you have to practice whatever this is in connection. If you want the divine connection, you need to practice it daily. Whatever this is. If the divine connection is something that comes through voice, if it comes through writing, if it comes through other creative gifts, allow it to be practiced on the more regular landing. This is important for you. And then celebrate growth through breakthroughs. If you want showgirl gobsmacking gorgeousness to ta-da about, you have to practice it daily. And this is what you're in the energy of. You're not just doing a little cosmic dance. You're doing a huge, gorgeous showstopper of a dance. If you want this kind of boom, it's going to require deeper level of dedication, deeper level of commitment for you, from you, and about what's going on with your soul. Now let's see what else is going on here. I'm going to shift these over. Hopefully you can see them pretty well. Maybe shift them back a little. There you go. There you can see them. Okay. Now we're going to go into the Kuan Yin, big sister, little sister. We'll see what's going on. So we're doing big sister, little sister on these. And the Kuan Yin book, I have not spent enough time with that guidebook, so it is coming in blind. Blind. Let's see what's going on. Turquoise Lotus Mother. There is something very, very sacred and beautiful that is here. It is abundant. Dust off the rocks, see what's coming through. Dust off the rocks, see what's coming through. The beautifulness, the throat chakra energy, the clearing energy, and the support. This is sacred. Turquoise is sacred to Native American Indians, and this is something that is like, it is like gold for you. This is turquoise lotus, allowing the energy of this to bloom. You notice that here is like this almost turquoise color blue that I like to read on. It's very throat chakra, very super friendly. It's one of my favorite colors, But this is the energy that really needs to be allowed to be moving through. This is Big Sister saying, speak your truth, speak your truth. It's coming through for Little Sister. It's not so far past. It's not so far gone. It's not something you can't learn to do. It requires more discipline for you to learn this. If you had learned to play piano and started playing piano or violin or anything when you were 5 years old and did it practice daily, you'd be like virtuoso by now. This is something that you have learned that you want to do, but you think perhaps it's a little too late. It's not too late, Little Sister. Big Sister, Little Sister. Mother Fierce. It's not too late. Look what she's giving. It's not too late to practice the gift. I mean, look at this. Cards speak beautifully well. Beautifully, beautifully well. This is where your turquoise comes in. Is there anything else for Little Sister? Yes, there is. The gates of heaven. This is something where you practice, you practice, you practice. You come to this place of peace. You approach it from a different way, and the grace is allowed and gifted unto you. The tower is built over time. At this gate, this is like, excuse me, the temple is built over time. The temple is built over time. This is something gifted to you. This is what you do. This is how you approach. This is how you honor. Whatever it is you do, whatever it is you struggle to have discipline in, understand that that is already seen and honored. The people on the other side will know how difficult this is for you to do something like this consistently, but they also know they have it within you to dance in this kind of a way. They have it, you have it within you to shine, to show up this big. This is important for you to recognize. This is the gold that has to be mined. Okay, we're going to go to Nell's favorite cards. She's getting pushy about these. All right, now. What do I need to know? What does she need to see? Totally a different flavor. Okay, all right. We'll shift these in a minute, honey. Okay. I'm going to shift these forward, and shift these over. These are the ones that Nell wants you seeing. Mythical harmony and tradition. You're going to have to buck a little bit of tradition. What creates harmony? It's like you have to create the key change. When somebody creates a key change, they incorporate a key that is in both signatures, whether you're in the key of D or the key of G. You might coordinate a note that's in both signatures, but it shifts. In music, we'll hear a key change. When you hear the key change, it's something to be aware of. And you are meant to be that. You are meant to be that note in what's going on. This is huge for you. You're meant to be changing the key, changing the tradition, changing how it shows up. You're not just one of many. You're supposed to show up. It's time to wake up, wake up, wake up. It is as if all these little ones in the circle around him, all these little mushrooms or whatever, what I'm getting is a sense of like witches in a circle or women in a circle, people in a circle, and you're meant to be one that wakes up. You're meant to be woken up right now. What else is coming up? The witches in the circle of simplicity. Look at her march. Look at this. Same energy here as here. Same energy. Beautiful, big, bold grace. It's beautiful, bold grace coming through. Super, super strong. Super strong right now. This is be proud of what it is. Be proud of however you light the sky. Be proud of however it is you dance. Dance to a different drum. Dance your own song. Dance your own thing. Be proud of how you stomp around like Nell stomps around. I mean, look at this. This is like part of the reason Nell would love this deck, because the energy on the cards is so simple to read, simple to see the proud. This is the joy. This is the beautiful. This is the graceful. But we might get all hung up on this card being too pretty. This is like, we can see the pride. It's like, yes, that kind of energy. And it's not afraid to be loud, not afraid to be noisy, not afraid to stomp and splash and really show up. This is what you're being called to do. What else is going on? This is the calling that's going on from now until, geez, you're getting this calling, and you're not supposed to do this in just for a little bit. You're supposed to do this through the next January at least. So whatever way that you're supposed to hold this energy and carry this energy with you needs to be sustained through at least next January. I don't know what that's about, but that's what's coming through strongly. All right. We're going to see these cards coming in. Contentment, dreams, and companionship. Now, when we see contentment here, there is suddenly somehow a pleasedness, a sense of pleased in what you're doing, and understanding that you are on your path. You do this attitude enough, you know that you're on your path. You know the dance. You know the choreography, so to speak. You know this enough, the choreography becomes second nature. You can do this. It's like when people have Alzheimer's or dementia, but they can remember to sing. This is what you're honoring. This is what you're honoring. Something that you do enough that it becomes more than second nature, and your contentment is there. The dreams, the joy that you've experienced has become more manifest. You have put into reality more practice, more devotion, and more focus on what it is that you dream, what it is that makes you happy, what you think that will make you happy. And as a result of it, you're creating more joy. This companionship is very interesting. What you're getting companionship from, this is companionship. But if you look at this, they're preparing for like a party or the table set, but you get shades of the hermit here, holding the lantern, holding the light, ready to invite others, ready to do something, ready to host or allow newness in after a period of learning this lesson or developing this skill alone for a long period of time, shining a light on something, holding up your light for others. Now, there is more in here. Yeah. You need to host the New Year's party is what I'm getting. This is what January is important. You need to be inviting others towards your place, your zone. You need to be ready to host the New Year's party. You need to be ready to break in the new year with new people, the people that you invite towards your circle after doing, celebrating this joy. This will be new friends that will be coming. Yeah. Okay. Nell's in the house, and you know that I see her. She stomps around the rock. She's hopped up on the rock, and she's standing there like so celebratory, like yes, so excited, wanting to make herself bigger and more puffy and more seen, more present, more felt. She's not stomping around the riverbed. She wants to be on top of the rock, and she's hopping. This is very much her exuberant energy of trying to lift it up so more people can see. Holding the energy, holding it light. Very much she wants you holding the light for others. Okay, what else? Huge amount of gratitude. Yeah. And I'm getting you sneaky trickster you. This is the trick of it for you. When you enjoy this much, when you find the joy of singing, like say you were, and I'm using singing as a metaphor. If you're singing, you find that you're lost in the singing and lost in the joy of the song. It's more important than having anything pitch perfect. Some of the best, most honored singers in the world, Judy Garland, sings Over the Rainbow. It's not pitch perfect. So don't be worried about perfection. Don't be worried about pitch perfect. Be worried about the joy you have and the emoting and the expressing as you're doing whatever it is that your dance, your gift, your joy is. Be in that space. Be in the space of gratitude to share and to emote. And let the perfection lesson be to the side and be grateful that you can enjoy it enough, that your gift is enough. Bamboo doesn't have to be oak. Bamboo's meant to be bamboo. Oak's meant to be oak. Bamboo meant to be bamboo. So don't get in the comparison game at all. Be in the gratitude game for your gift coming through exactly as it was meant to in this life. Exactly as it's supposed to. You are supposed to march with pride. Be strong with pride. Lift up your light. Strong and beautiful. Not worrying if it's super perfectly pretty, but allowing it to come through like the turquoise gem that it is. Allow it to be expressed. Allow it to be a window to the soul for others. When they see your soul delight in this level of amplitude, it helps them amplify their own light as well. And this is what you're meant to be doing. This is huge. This is what you're meant to be doing. Holding this space for light in a huge way. In a very solar kind of way. It's not just be true to yourself, but being the individual duck that you are in whatever way that is. That's what I've got. That's complete. Wow. Yeah, Nell just hopped down. That's complete. She likes that. She says you've got it. Yeah. So that's what I've got. So this really inspires you with your goals. Yeah. And the January time frame, I don't know what that's about. Usually in the blind readings, I don't get time frames, but for you, I got a specific time frame, and I also got that you should be the one that is hosting whatever New Year's party. It doesn't mean you have to have everybody in the dog. Your New Year's party might be a party of 4, whatever. But it's something that's coming through that's really, really come through strongly for you. So that's what I've got. And to read Kuan Yin big sister, little sister stuff is huge to me, because that is one where I can tell you I don't have the cultural knowledge as big. So it's you see me going into the sea. You see me going to the blind, going to the blind. That's what I got to do. All right. Path to perspective, paid via Venmo. Perfect. Tell Kim what kind of read it is that you want. I'll get some water. I'm going to get some Singer spray too on my cords. Just 1 second. I'm going to step to the side and get it because it's nasty, and I'll show you what it is so you guys can know if you need it. But 1 second. Okay. All right. Got it. So Chad was asking me about this other day. This is the thing. This is like liquid gold on the vocal cords, guys. It's nasty. It's blah. Ugh. But yeah, we'll get some of that. Yeah, definitely nasty. Definitely a little on the nasty. Okay. Blind. Okay. Path to perspective. Let me look and see if I can get your first name. I'm going to double check the Venmo now. I like having at least the name rather than just the handle, so let me get that. Okay. Are you Brittany? Britt. Okay, got it. There's so many to keep track of course. I should know this by now, but I don't know this by now. So, okay. All right, give me a second. Wow. Where is that? 1 second, I'm having to hunt down here low. One second, guys. Where is it? That's not it. Where is it? Is that it? Hang on. Nope. Oh, it was in one of these. Where did I put my other oracles? They look like this. Hang on. It was sideways. Aha! Right in front of me. Okay, got it. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So what I'm getting right off, Britt, is you know the stone Aphrodite that is really, really round, fat stone goddess with the pendulous breasts, and she's like muy gordito, like this is the goddess of abundance. That's what's coming through. She might be even in the Voyager Tarot. You might see that goddess somewhere in there, but you guys would know it if you saw it. It's like old artifact goddess energy, the abundant goddess. This is like fertile mother goddess, like big, like not goddess Gaia. I mean, this woman's got a rack on her, and she's got thighs and thunder thighs and belly and fat stone goddess. You know what this is about, Britt. This is what's come through before I even reached any of the cards. So I've got the Priestess of Light. I've got Stephen Farmer's something about the Earth Oracle. I'm not sure what this is, but it's Stephen Farmer deck. Then I've got something about the Hidden Forest, but this is what I wanted, is the Cozy Witch, because it's got the curvy girls in here, and it's to create the Cozy Witch and Create Your Own Magic. This is called Create Your Own Magic. Cozy Witch Tarot, also done by her. I want some of the big girls in the house. I don't know why, but I do. So if you need some of the big girl abundant energy, this is the one. Yeah, like Katie Ling saying she's a big bone gal from Southern Altoona. You just couldn't call her small. This is the energy of owning your own power, being comfortable in your own skin, coming in with a strut, shaking and a quaking, and like waking the world up, and not doing it in the play small anorexic Barbie way. Nothing wrong if that's your build and that's how you are, Britt. If you look like anorexic Barbie, that's just fine for you. I'm not dogging on anybody because of how they're built. You get the genes you get the build you get. You can't go out to Kmart or Target and get a new body, a new skin. But this is owning whatever it is that you have as your genetic fortune, and as the way to take up space and really be proud and powerful in this ownership of that. This is what's coming in for you, first and foremost, before we've even cracked a card. All right, let's see what else the lessons are. Because she's a priestess of light. Proper burial for freedom, sacrifice to Osiris. Lord of the Dead. Okay. Wow. This is going to be a trippy one. So I'm recording and you're going to love this. But this is like chop up your swimsuit energy. This is like chop up the swimsuit, whatever it is. Bury this energy, this past version of self that's no longer relevant. Chop up the swimsuit or the bikini thing. Chop up the swimsuit energy. This is somebody that would, you know, go to the nude beach at any particular thing. She would go do her own thing, whatever way she wanted. She has the goddess energy. Bury this version of the past and honor something new. More freedom is needing to be there. The version of you that has already emerged is there, and there needs to be more ownership and inhabiting of the current version of you than what has been in the past version of you. And it is gorgeous. You are learning how to do this in such a huge way. The power is huge. Somebody that comes through the room with this has a lot of powerful smoke in the air. Like say this is coming through and it's an offering and it's smoke, it's incense, whatever it is. But this is the side of the card that is coming through stronger. This side comes through and it's like, wow. Bringing the power of not just the divine femininity, the energy of Ra comes through, this energy of, yeah, energy. Like a Ace of Wands type of energy coming through as well. Yeah, you're getting a stone goddess of fertility and the energy of the Ace of Wands coming through. If you don't want to be getting pregnant during this time, take precautions. I would give that to you as just a heads up. Holy smokes. Boy, girl, do you got the goodies. Boy, oh boy, you got the goodies going on right now. There is something so Earth Mama about you. It is dangerous and sweet in such a good way. It's beautiful, powerful. Anywhere you go, you bring harmony. Anywhere you go, there is music around it. Anywhere you go, the hips are swaying to the music that is just inherent in you. It's not like you're learning to play an instrument. It's like you are the music itself. Wow. What else is going on? This is the work you've done that has got you here. Congratulations to you. Winter solstice and reflections. This is showing me that you've done this. This isn't coming up as winter in the future. This comes up as the winter of 2023. The reflection, the way that you looked at your past self, the winter of 2023. Something that you learned in that winter that you have now processed and allowed to unfold. It is how you shed something to move something forward. This is beautiful. I want something else from this. What else did you learn? It's like you really went within. You saw what was the truth of your own soul and what was the distortions. And it's like some of the shadow work lessons that some of us have to do, you've already done. It's not that you did the spiritual bypass. You got down and looked at it. You got down and it was like, why? What's the payoff for me continuing this old stupid way? And you got past and burned through. This is amazing. It's like you need a congratulations. You've graduated ceremony and invocation and calling down this orange power, this very sacral, the hips don't lie type of energy. This sacral when you go in and you're shimmying and you're feeling it. It's like you have a huge amount of harmonic with the power of creation in the most fundamental sense of the word. It is gorgeous energy coming up. I'm going to aim this down so you can see all of these together. Gorgeous, gorgeous energy. Gorgeous. So I'm going to scooch this too so it can be seen on all of that. You can see that, right? Right. Okay. Now we're going to go into the woods and see what else is going on. So I'm going to scooch these up ahead. Scooch this back this way. Okay. Let's see what else is coming through. Again, you have been in the woods, and it's not that you're lost. You own them now. It's not that you were not, you know, when people say, oh, I can't see the forest for the trees, or they're lost in the woods, or can't make any sense of this. No, you've been in there. You own this now. The sense of owning your own zone, owning your own self, owning your soul, spirit, delighting for the path that you're on. There is a crystallization, as in the sense of crystallization of thought, clarification of thought that comes through to you. You have been so honoring your dream. Oh, the white maiden appears. Crystallization of thought. Hang on, give me a second. The Yule Singer. Of course the Yule Singer comes up. Yule and Christmas time and being in harmony and being in music. The Yule Singer comes up. This is a reflection of you. This is a reflection of you being the music. Totally comes through. The ceremony, if you would have a song that you would sing as your anthem, if you sang this song as your anthem, but no space for perfection, criticism, or criticalness. So if it means it's in your bathroom when you're singing this song, whatever this is, you get to belt. And this is something that it would be so releasing you and moving you forward in such a huge way. It would be a marker. Yeah. It's like when you sing in the shower, whatever this anthem is, whatever this song is, it is like a final kaboom. The universe releases something. The dreamer awakens through this. And then we have here, elf-struck energy. This is like white light energy, clarification, crystalline energy coming through. This is saying enchanted, beguiled, and this is saying enspelled. I've never seen the word enspelled. This is something that you have, this dream that you've had, and this is you manifesting this dream, bringing it forward in so strong a way. You know yourself. This is like when you get, yes, you get a flash forward of yourself. You might see yourself 20 years, 5 years, 10 years down the track and see just a flash in your mind. I'm telling you, it can happen in an epiphany. You'll learn a huge download really, really quick. So do the song in the shower as the homework. Take that as the homework to do. Expect the download of your future self to flash to you after that. It won't be at that exact time, because that time is for declarative release, declarative singing, whatever that song is. I don't care if you sing Dancing Queen from ABBA. I don't care if you sing something from Lady Gaga, Billie Eilish. I don't care who you sing. It doesn't matter. Sing Pink for all I care. Whatever this is. Yeah. I'm getting Greatest Showman on Earth. I'm not a stranger to the dark. This is me. That's the name of the song. This is me. You can sing whatever song you want, but that's the energy of what I'm feeling coming through. And it's huge. This is your declaration. This is you walking very, very powerfully. You will get a flash of your future self, whether it's in the dream space, the wake space, I don't know. But I do know for me, when I had this happen to me once before, I was washing dishes. My daughter at the time, who's been in the room now, who's great, she was 1.5 years old. And I saw this flash to future me. And it was that far down the thing. You sang that song the other day in the car with the girls? Yeah, I hope you were singing at the top of your lungs. What you're modeling for them is beautiful. Okay, now we're going into the Believe Your Own Magic deck. This is incredible. Incredible energy coming through. Bitch fire energy. And oh, loving it. Okay, bitch fire energy. What did I tell you about having this fertility goddess and the card of Swing, this Ace of Wands? Absolutely, it's in your hands. Absolutely, the power is yours. This is standing up for yourself, owning whatever it is, owning however you are, and really claiming it. And you are doing it so well. Evil Queen, you deserve sugar, not salt. Without getting too hairy about things and too messy about things, I'm just referencing this so you know the mother wound that has existed with you felt like salt sometimes rather than sugar. Felt like everybody else got sugar, but you got salt. Something about what's going on with this mother wound, not saying your mom was a crap mother, saying some of the things that she leaned in for her own growth, her own learning. She leaned too hard on you in a way that felt like a little bit damaging. It's not the end of the world. You're doing it different in the way you mother your girls, in the way you own your own power, in the way you're doing. Understand, each of us as humans are just doing the best we can at the time. It feels like an acknowledgement about this on your learnings growing up as a young girl from the mother aspect of things, and learning that it wasn't meant for malice, but it may have stung, it may have hurt. You may have a different version of your mom than the rest of the siblings. This is what's coming through. And it's not because of anything you did wrong. It's not because of any misstep. You deserve the sugar, not the salt. You always deserve the sweetness. She was not necessarily always capable of letting you own your power, all right? But you now get it. You now understand how to own your power, and you're teaching that to your girls. This is huge for you. Anything else? you will find beauty in every aspect of your soul, every aspect of the way you present in the world. You find beauty in every aspect. You will know everything is an asset, everything is a gift, everything, it's all good. Everything, whether, like for me, I have short legs but great ankles. Everything is a gift. Everything is a gift. You will know your own beauty. You will overcome this lesson. You will know the proportion that needs to be there and what proportion of salt would add to the sweetness. If you were baking chocolate chip cookies, you know that the salt brings out a little bit of the sweetness. It doesn't need to be overkill. You know when you're baking and you've made an error and too much salt has gotten in there. You would know what it is, that difference. Escape has come home to yourself. Take a moment for your young teen self or your young self. This feels like, it feels like 11 to 13-year-old self. Take a moment to look back there for that shadow lesson once more and just realize you all did the best you could in the situation, and let light exude now and let the bitch fire come forward because you have owned it. You have the magic in your hands. You know how to do this. You know how to shift energy. You know how to transmute energy like no other. You know how to shift the vibe in the room. You can shift the vibe in the grocery store just by being in good energy and walking into it. Just by you walking through, crossing the threshold of the grocery store. You bring the vibe up. You create, that's the potency. When you want to have the vibe of happiness, you don't have to over the loudspeaker sing something to somebody. Just your happiness can exude that far. There's power and potency in you right now. This is huge for you. Understand this gift that you have and owning that power of self for you right now. Gorgeous, gorgeous. It's why we get the curvy goddess coming in. Take up space, baby. Take up all the space that you want to. You do it in such a beautiful way that it lifts others. It lights up places that you wouldn't even expect it to light up. It extends, it moves and extends beyond where you would even see. It is huge for you. This light is meant to be amplified. Yeah, that's what I've got. That's complete. That's gorgeous. Holy cow. Holy cow. Yeah. Owning it is what it's all about, and you do it so well. All right. Let me get some water. Next is a Steph, not our Steph for the blind. Got it. 1 second. A little bit of water, and we will get going with that one. Okay. All right. Yeah, the blinds are so interesting. Okay. Let's get this to here. These cards, so many cards. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Okay, Steph, not our Steph for the blind. Give me a second with this one. I'm looking for Sandra, and I think it's Cleaners or Killers Energy Oracle cards. I'm looking for those if I can find those. Those would be my first pick in my cards if I can find where they're at. Ha-ha! These have written all over. They're a different kind of deck. If you guys get tools and tarot tools, don't be afraid to write on them. It is my Steph. Okay. It's our Steph, my Steph that I'm reading for. Okay, we're going for it. We're getting Sandra Ann's deck, honey. Okay. Where else are we going? I don't know why we're in this one. Divine Circus Clowns. Very, very gardening energy. Hang on, sweetie. It's a very folk deck, but I need to get it. Come on, Neo. Come on, Neo. All right. Got it. Got it. And no, I'm not getting a mermaid deck this time for you, honey. All right, Steph. Tis you. Tis you. Tis you. So we've got Sandra Ann's deck, the Energy Oracle. We've got the Divine Circus Oracle. We've got one that I forget the name of. It's very folky, Moon Garden, Moon Witch, I don't know, Oracle. Then we've got Madame Endora's. What I'm getting is a sense of itchiness on the skin. It comes to you when you're triggered about something. If there's emotional triggering going on, there's a sense of itchiness. I don't know what this is about. You know, when we say in language, we say we've got the itch to do something. We've got the urge to do something. This is coming through in similar. You've got the urge to do something, itch to do something, yes. But it's also something that's triggered. Something that is bugging you that you're not giving voice to, that you need to give voice to, okay? Let me flip this down so you can see. We've got present power, ascended masters, and optimism. It's asking for you to approach the day with new optimism. It's also asking for you to have a little bit more of your free-spirited nature come into being. You know when you rein it in. You know when you hold it back into yourself. I'm going to need more room. You know when you hold it back into yourself. You know when there is a short changing happening and you want to have more. So this is something's coming in. This is really, really interesting. The present power that you hold. Look at this. It's not just a tiger tamer. This is lions and tigers and bears, oh my. And here is you, and here is you. You have a huge amount of strength that you harness, and sometimes you need to be the wild one instead of always the one harnessing and managing everything. This is what's coming through. You need to let the wild spirit be a little bit more present for you. Okay, we're going to go into the circus cards next, but basically, off the chain is what I'm getting. This itchiness, if you're getting this itchiness, it means that you need to be off the chain a little more. You need to be a little wilder, a little freer, a little less reined in, or trying to control everything around the variables of the situation, the people, the variables around you. This is what's going on. You need to be a little off the chain. Allow yourself to be a little off the chain, okay? All right, we're going to go into here, into the circus. Okay. All right. What we're getting is the rah, 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 the silver siren, and then we're getting the sweetheart. What I'm getting off the cards here, and I'm going to shift this so you can see, in this grouping, what I'm getting off the cards right away is that the sweetheart is being the one that's offered up, and this frozenness that's coming into your heart or freezing over needs to let go of. The silver siren, there is something of value in the silver siren, but this is almost like a frozen, a chilled type of energy. A little too much logic is coming in. This is coming in like the entire suit of swords, and it needs to be more the suit of fire. The rah, 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 if you're thinking, what would Lady Gaga be like if she bought into other people's bullshit about the story about who she was? She's not who they told her she was. She is her own damn self and creates herself and creates this fabulous version of herself that we see, and she is so much more than that that we may never see, but she is all of that. She does not have to be the sweetheart or play nice. She has to allow her wild nature to take things over. The show me your teeth, yeah. Rah, 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 show me your teeth energy. Show me your wild side. Show me your wild nature. Allow that to flow a little bit more. Instead of being boxed in, refined, clear but present there. No, there needs to be a little bit of clear and present danger. There needs to be a show me your teeth coming through on this. A little bit more growl is allowed for you to come through, okay? And this is what's coming through. You don't have to be this posed perfection. No. This is coming through with rah. Okay, we're going to go to this next deck that we got. This one. You think you're too predictable? Well, perhaps that is only one aspect of things that are changing for you. Perhaps only one aspect. There is a balance and a flow. You do stabilize things with some of that nature, but the wild and free part of you needs a chance to be wild. Okay, the witchy aspects of you right here. We're getting vision, coven, Hecate, and witch's hat. Let me see if there's something in here that you would not see that I might see for you. Get clear on what you want. Power of sisterhood. Hecate, Hecate, Hecate. Change is important. Releasing the past and the witch's hat. And she's very, very sky-clad in this. Express yourself. Share your gift. There's something in here. Everything turns, turns, turns is in a song. And it's about turns, turns, turns. It's about the aspect of all three of the goddesses coming together. The Mother, Maiden, Crone need to be all combined because you embody all of those coming through. And the energy of this pink energy here, of her flowing hair. This is like, you don't have to be always the wise one. You don't always have to be the crone. You don't have to be always one or the other. You are all three, all at the time, all in the same place, all in the same space. It doesn't mean being all to everyone. It means all of this is within you, ever has been, ever will be. You have all of this coming in. The way you see, the way you connect, the way you share, the way you network sometimes takes your own thoughts away from you. Sometimes gives too much external. But don't run around like a chicken without your head on for a while. It does not serve you to do so. Understand you are all the goddesses. I'm getting you are the pantheon. That's huge. That's just more than Mother, Maiden, Crone. You are the pantheon. This is huge. And just because you might have learned to define yourself with a certain hat, a certain role, a certain witch role that you lean into or play primarily or is primarily required of you right now, do not forget you are the pantheon. Whitney's song, I'm Every Woman. Yeah. Good one for you to know. You are the pantheon, babe. All right, now let's see what's going on here. Madame Endora has one. Only one. This one is bringing a long journey, brings reward. Now, Madame Endora's cards are pretty good. Her fortune cards are good. But I like the imagery more than I like sometimes the banner message. And what I'm getting is the banner message is like a fortune cookie note for you. The long journey brings rewards. Who gives a rip? It's like the Chinese fortune cookie saying you like Chinese food. Big deal. You're on the long journey. You already know this. The thing that you need to know is how central you are to everything else in that constellation. Not because it's your responsibility to take this for everyone else, but it is your responsibility to be the star, be your biggest star, emitting the light. You help brighten everything else around you. That I'm every woman. It's all in you. When it's all in you, it's all in you. Not everybody knows how to access or to be in that one. Yeah, that one, you should be playing that one and singing it not well all over the place. It's a great one. Anything else? Yeah, she wants one more for you. Okay. The Hecate energy is only one of the pantheon. Hunter. I don't know if Diana and Artemis are the same. Sometimes my goddesses are a little bit weak with me. But I'm getting Diana, Artemis, Hunter energy coming up. Focus what it is. Focus for your target. Focus what it is your heart wants. Again, draw the bow back. Focus what it is that your heart wants. And then do it like the maiden. Approach it with new eyes. The maiden comes through. And this says a new relationship blossoms. So this is a relationship with your maiden self again. I think you've been taxed a little bit on the mother self. Or even sometimes the crone self when our wise and spiritual self comes through. The maiden has a little bit of this divine innocence. This divine happy energy. If we go into Dreams of Gaia Tarot. And it will show the maiden, it shows the child going through, it shows this little girl walking along the path. There's a sense of innocence that needs restored to you, a sense of trusting that you can do this without knowing how it's going to fall out or unfold. The energy of the Fool, excited to go forward and knowing the net will be there. The maiden, before all the difficulty of life was shown, had dreams of her own, aspirations of her own. And this is like a huge energy for you. The Be Every Woman isn't necessarily the be, it's you already are. I'm every woman is what she says. Mother, Maiden, Crone, all in one. Pantheon, all in one. Maiden energy of what your heart desired needs to be honored a little bit more. So that's what I've got for you. That feels very, very complete. Honor the maiden of yourself before you were mother, before you were married, before you were anything other than the stuff that you are. Honor the maiden. This is what the whole network needs to orbit around, and let them orbit around you. Good. Glad it helped. Yeah, that's a gorgeous reading. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I love this energy for you. I love it. And it's okay if you need to show them your teeth. It's okay on that. Very, very much so. Excuse me. Very much so. Yeah, that's okay to do. Love it, love it, love it. That was a gorgeous one, honey. Absolutely a stunner of a reading. All right, let me get another tray out. Let me get another one. I've got one down here. Let's see what's going on. Okay. All right. So that's where we're at. I think the list is now clear. Kim, would you let me know if the list is clear or if it's not? List is clear. Okay. So we might do a collective and then call it a day. I think that might be it. If this is, I guess this is what I'd say. Last call. That's how Phil does it. Last call. So if you want to get on the list, last call on that. Let me get some water and we'll do the collective. Okay. I want to go into the Dark Mansion again for the collective reading because I love that one so much. Chad, I'm seeing you say Angie. Are you referencing somebody named Angie or are you referencing me? Because there are other Angies in the world. Such a beautiful reading. I'm so glad. What do you want to do, Chad? Go for it. We can do something fun and different. So I will wait. We will see. I'm sure Chad is typing whatever he is typing as quick as he can. What do you want to do that's different? Can each guide give you a song today? I don't know. Let's see. I'm not so great at like knowing the names of the songs, but I'm good lyrics. Mo is, yeah, they can. Mo is giving me the theme to the Jeffersons, the Moving On Up. I don't know why, but that's what she's giving me. Moving On Up from the Jeffersons. That is old school. Wow, the guys are playful and they like this. Gogs is giving me, I don't know the name of the song, but it is the pirate song that goes, yo ho, pirate's life for me. Don't know what that's about, but Gogs is very much, he is like, likes this game. His surliness is more playful right now. Nell is giving me Bring on the Rain from Jody Messina. Wow. What do you got for me, Lucy? This is different and it might not resonate for everyone, but whatever. She's got Ave Maria. She's got Karen Carpenter's version of Ave Maria. Grazia plena. Something about gratitude from Ave Maria from Lucy. There's something about gratitude for the plentifulness and the bountifulness coming forward. Okay, that's what I've got. That's what come forward. Yeah. So yeah, we're getting quite the variety going on with the guides doing that and showing that through. That's crazy, but that's what came through. Yeah, I guess we can ask them that now, can't we? Who knew? Yeah, the guides, I can ask them pretty much anything. You can ask your spirit team, your spirit guides, almost anything. They aren't going to hold back if they think it's helpful information. And one might not apply to one, but it will apply to others, or there's certain amounts of resonance that will come through with all of them. I don't know what that's about. It's the wildest thing ever. But okay, good question, Chad. Really good question. Okay, let's do a collective, and we'll go to that, and then we'll close it out. So let's go to Dark Mansion. It's one of my favorites, and we'll close the show that way. And I just want 3. What do we need to know on, be aware of, focus on today? Dark Mansion. Okay. Okay, it's time to celebrate is what I'm getting. You've got the big cup of love here, offered, offered, offered. The big celebrate with the friends. Be among your friends and don't hesitate to share your gifts. This is what I've got. This one, you've got the gift. You might as well share it. Don't hesitate to share it. Celebrate with your friends. Be among your friends. Be bringing more of this friendship energy forward. Reach out to those that maybe you haven't said hi to, even if you're just shooting a text that says, Happy 4th to somebody that you haven't heard from in a while. It's an important thing to do. It's an important thing to do, to reach out and to lift each other up is something we need to remember to do right now. To celebrate the good is something we need to remember to do right now. Not just focus on what it is that we do well when we're in our quiet time, but let go of some of this resistance to step forward and allow ourselves to step forward is huge, huge, huge. That's what I've got. That's gorgeous. This is the Dark Mansion deck. You guys know I love this. It reads a little bit differently sometimes, but it is beautiful. So that's what I've got. I think that that's probably it for today. I don't know for sure if I will be on Friday or not. 50-50 shot on that. So that's what's going on. And I think that we're probably complete. I think so. I hope everybody has a happy 4th. And remember that 9 of coins of Miss Independence and that you're capable. That's what came through for 4th of July. Celebrate your capacity and your capableness this time and share it with others. All right. Much love, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you for letting me do this. And I love it. Thank you for being here. Mwah. Bye, guys. See you later.